Have you ever wondered why, even after drinking enough water and doing everything right, you still wake up at 2 or 3 a.m., tired and restless, rushing to the bathroom? Dear friend, this is not just old age. It may be your brain quietly asking for help. I am Dr. Aman Arora, with over 30 years of experience caring for seniors in India and the US. And today, I want to share something most people have never been told. After 60, our brain, made of more than 70% water, loses hydration almost twice as fast. Even if you sip plenty of water, your body may not be absorbing it. Why? Because without minerals like magnesium, potassium, and zinc, that water simply passes through, never reaching the brain and nerves that need it most. When the brain becomes even slightly dehydrated, melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to rest, grows weaker. Your nerves stay on alert, your heart beats faster, and sleep slips further away. No wonder so many elders say, "Doctor, I feel exhausted, but I cannot fall asleep." But here's the hope. With the right minerals and small rituals, your body can relearn how to rest naturally. Just like Mr. Ramesh from Jaipur, who after adding a simple evening mineral drink, slept 6 hours straight for the first time in years. So remember, you're not broken. Your body has not forgotten how to sleep. It just needs the right signal, the right care, to let go and finally rest. Have you ever noticed that the more tired you feel at night, the harder it actually becomes to fall asleep? Many elders believe this is just aging, but the truth is far deeper. After 60, the body changes in ways that silently disrupt the very signals that bring us rest. First, let's talk about the brain. Our brain is made of more than 70% water, and it needs that hydration to keep its systems balanced. But as the years pass, the brain loses water almost twice as fast as before. Even if you drink enough water, your body may not absorb it properly. And when the brain becomes even slightly dehydrated, the production of melatonin, the gentle hormone that whispers, "It's time to sleep," becomes weaker. Without melatonin's clear signal, your brain doesn't know how to switch off. The lights may be out in your room, but inside your head, it's still day. Second, there is something called silent inflammation of the nervous system. This is not a fever, not a pain you can point to. It is a quiet tension caused by age, stress, or even certain foods. It raises your nighttime heart rate, tightens your muscles, and keeps your nerves on high alert, even at midnight. Instead of resting, your body thinks it must be ready for action. Third, after 60, the nervous system itself becomes more sensitive. In younger years, stress might fade quickly, but now, small worries linger longer. The brain slips more easily into fight or flight mode, that survival state where the body believes danger is near, even when you're safely lying in bed. This is why many seniors say, "I'm exhausted, but my mind just won't stop." Let me share with you the story of Mrs. Anjali, a 67-year-old grandmother from Pune. For years, she felt like she was losing her nights. She would go to bed at 10 p.m., physically tired after a full day. Yet her heart would race as if she were running. Her thoughts circled endlessly. Memories, worries, unfinished tasks. The more tired she became, the harder it was to fall asleep. When she finally drifted off, it was almost morning. She told me, "Doctor, it feels like my body has forgotten how to rest." And she was right in a way, not because her body was broken, but because her nervous system was waiting for the right signal, a sign that it was safe to let go. So, if you too find yourself tired but unable to sleep, please remember, it's not weakness, it's not laziness, and it's not your fault. It's your body's way of asking for gentle support, hydration, balance, and calm. Once those signals are restored, the path to natural sleep can open again. You see, sleepless nights are not just about aging. They are your body's way of asking for support, and that support comes from minerals, small but powerful helpers that can gently reopen the door to deep sleep. Dear friend, when we talk about sleep problems after 60, most people immediately think of sleeping pills or tonics. But let me tell you something very important. Your body does not need force to rest. It needs balance. And balance often comes from the simplest, most natural helpers, minerals. These minerals are not new medicines. They are not magic herbs. They are quiet supporters, always present in nature, but often missing in our modern diet. And when they are restored, something remarkable begins to happen. The body remembers, the brain remembers, and sleep, once lost, slowly comes back like an old friend. Let us begin with magnesium. Think of magnesium as the warm hand that gently rests on a restless child, calming them down. Inside your body, it does exactly that. It relaxes tight muscles, slows down overactive nerve signals, and takes away that invisible tension many elders feel in their shoulders or chest. Have you ever lain in bed at night, feeling your legs twitch or your body restless, even though you are tired? That could be your body quietly asking for magnesium. By restoring it, your nerves settle, and your body finally says, "I can rest now." Next is potassium. This humble mineral is like the conductor of an orchestra, keeping every heartbeat steady and every nerve signal in harmony. When potassium is low, even the smallest worry can make your heart race, your breath shallow, and your sleep break again and again in the middle of the night. This is especially true for seniors managing blood pressure or diabetes, two conditions that often drain potassium without warning. But when potassium is replenished, your heart finds its rhythm again, your brain finds balance, and sleep is gently invited back. And then there is zinc, the quiet hero that too often goes unnoticed. Zinc helps your brain produce melatonin, the hormone that tells you it is night, that it is safe to close your eyes. Without zinc, your brain cannot make enough melatonin, and so even in darkness, your mind stays awake. Zinc also reduces hidden inflammation in the brain, the silent fire that keeps you alert even when you're exhausted. For elders who lie awake at 2 a.m. with racing thoughts, zinc may be the missing piece that allows the mind to finally let go. Now, let me share with you the story of Mr. Prakash, a 72-year-old retired railway worker from Lucknow. For nearly a decade, he had lived with broken nights. "Doctor," he once said, "I close my eyes, but it feels like the train inside me never stops. My legs keep moving, my heart keeps pounding, and my thoughts do not end." He tried warm milk, prayers, even herbal teas. But still, every night he woke up 2 or 3 times, feeling older and weaker with each passing morning. When we checked his nutrition, we found his magnesium and potassium levels were very low, and zinc almost absent. Instead of giving him more pills, we made small but powerful changes. Each evening, 1 glass of warm mineral water with a pinch of pink salt, more green leafy vegetables, bananas in moderation, and nuts rich in zinc, along with gentle breathing before bed. The change did not come in one night, but within 10 days, Mr. Prakash called with a smile in his voice, "Doctor, last night I slept 5 hours without waking up, first time in years." After 3 weeks, his wife told me, "He wakes up before me now, but not from sleeplessness. He wakes refreshed, humming old songs again. That is the quiet miracle of minerals. They do not push the body. They do not sedate the mind. They simply bring back the natural rhythm, the rhythm your body once knew so well. You see, these minerals are like memory triggers. They remind your nervous system of what true rest felt like years ago. They whisper to your body, "You are safe. You may let go." And slowly, night after night, sleep returns. Not forced, not stolen, but given freely. So, if you have been struggling with restless nights, please remember this truth. You are not broken, and your body has not forgotten how to sleep. It only needs the right support, the right balance, and the right care. And often, that support comes not from medicine, but from the minerals already written into the language of your body. Because sleep is not about shutting down, it is about remembering how to rest. And with magnesium, potassium, and zinc by your side, your body can remember again. So now that we understand why sleep becomes harder and how minerals play such an important role, the question is, how can we bring them back into our body in a simple, natural, and effective way? The answer lies in a small but powerful evening ritual. The Smart Sleep Glass, a warm mineral drink that gently relaxes your body and signals it's time to rest. Dear friend, after learning about why sleep becomes difficult and how minerals quietly support your body, you may be wondering, so how do I actually bring this balance back? The answer is surprisingly simple. It is not a complicated medicine, not an expensive supplement, but something you can prepare in your own kitchen in less than 2 minutes. We call it the Smart Sleep Glass. This humble glass of warm mineral water is more than a drink. It is a ritual, a gentle signal to your body that the day is done and it is safe to rest. Let me show you how it works. The recipe is simple. Take 200 ml of warm mineral water, not boiling, just gently warm, like water that has been sitting in the sun for an hour. Add half a teaspoon of mineral-rich salt, such as Himalayan pink salt, or any safe blend that contains magnesium, potassium, and zinc. Stir it slowly with a wooden spoon. Never metal, because metal can reduce the potency of trace minerals. Then sip it slowly, holding each sip in your mouth for 2 to 3 seconds before swallowing. This helps the minerals enter your bloodstream quickly, calming your system even before you fall asleep. The timing is important. Drink it about 1 hour before bed, ideally after a light dinner. Sit quietly afterward, maybe read something gentle, listen to soft music, or breathe calmly. This small ritual tells your nervous system, the day is over, you're safe, you may let go. Now let me share the story of Mrs. Kavita, a 70-year-old grandmother from Jaipur. She had battled insomnia for almost a decade. Every night she woke up around 3 a.m. and would sit by the window, staring at the dark sky, wondering why her body had betrayed her. She had tried sleeping pills, herbal teas, even yoga classes, but nothing lasted. When she heard about the Smart Sleep Glass, she laughed. "Doctor," she said, "how can 1 glass of warm water change 10 years of broken nights?" But she decided to give it a try. For the first few nights, she followed the ritual exactly. Same glass, same time, same calm breathing. On the 5th night, she noticed something. She had slept straight until 4:30 a.m., so for her, it was a miracle. After 2 weeks, she called me and said with tears in her voice, "I feel alive again. In the morning, my eyes are fresh. I no longer fear the night." Then there is Mr. Anand, a 68-year-old retired banker from Delhi. For years, bedtime was his enemy. He would lie awake until 2 a.m., his thoughts spinning endlessly about his children's future, his health, his past regrets. The more he tried to force sleep, the further it slipped away. But when he began his smart sleep glass ritual, 200 matrimos of warm mineral water stirred with a wooden spoon, taken at 9 p.m., something shifted. After just 10 days, he told me, "Doctor, I no longer dread the night. I lie down and my body begins to soften. I slept 6 hours straight. I feel like myself again." Why does this simple glass work when so many other methods fail? The secret lies not only in the minerals, but in the ritual itself. Our bodies respond to consistency. Just as lighting a lamp at sunset signals the end of the day, or folding your hands in prayer brings peace, this small act of preparing and drinking the smart sleep glass tells your body, it is time. The minerals restore balance, but the ritual restores trust. Some elders ask, "Can I just drink more water during the day?" The truth is, it is not just about drinking, it is about absorbing. Without magnesium, potassium, and zinc, water passes through your body without reaching the brain and nerves that need it most. With these minerals, the water becomes a messenger, carrying calm into every cell. And if you wake up in the middle of the night between 2 and 4 a.m., keep half a glass ready by your bedside in a small thermos or steel cup. Take a few slow sips in the dark, without turning on bright lights or reaching for your phone. For many seniors, this simple step helps the body return to sleep, not from exhaustion, but from peace. Let me tell you about Auntie Mira, 74. From Chennai. She was skeptical at first, saying, "Doctor, nothing can change at my age." But she agreed to try. 10 nights later, she whispered, "I only woke once last night, and the night before, not at all." For the first time in years, she said she woke before the alarm, not from fear, but from rest. Dear elder, the smart sleep glass is not a cure, not a magic trick. It is a conversation with your body. Night after night, the minerals and the ritual rebuild trust in your nervous system. And when your body feels safe, sleep returns, not as a struggle, but as a natural gift. So tonight, I invite you, prepare this simple glass. Sit quietly as you sip. Hold it in your hands as if holding a gentle promise to yourself. With patience and consistency, this small act can open the door to restful sleep, healing, and peace. Because sleep is not something you chase. It is something you invite, and with one warm glass, offered with intention, your body will remember how to rest again. Dear friend, sometimes statistics and science cannot touch the heart. What really inspires us are the stories of people just like us. Elders who face the same struggles, the same sleepless nights, the same frustration of watching the clock at 2 a.m. These stories remind us that healing is possible, even after years of suffering. Meet Mr. Iqbal, 71, from Hyderabad. All his life, he woke early to open his small shop, spending long days serving customers. But after retirement, without the daily rush of work, his nights became longer and lonelier. He would fall asleep, only to wake at 2 a.m., unable to return to rest. "Doctor," he said, "I thought retirement would give me peace, but instead, the nights torture me." His wife noticed his memory slipping, his energy fading. We introduced him to the smart sleep glass. At first, he laughed. "Just water and salt?" But after 10 days of the ritual, he noticed something. His body softened, his heart calmed, and he slept until dawn. 2 weeks later, he smiled and said, "This is my nightly prayer in a glass. I no longer fear the night." Then there is Mrs. Shalini, 69, from Kolkata. She spent decades teaching children, patiently guiding them through lessons. But when night came, her patience left her. She lay awake, her mind racing with unfinished thoughts. Sleeping pills gave her rest, but left her groggy and heavy in the morning. "I cannot teach my grandchildren during the day if I feel like a stone," she told me. Her daughter persuaded her to try a natural approach. With doubt in her heart, she prepared the smart sleep glass every evening. The first nights felt the same, but on the 7th night she called me, "Doctor, I slept 5 hours straight without tablets. In the morning my head was clear. I felt like myself again." Mr. Devendra, 75, a farmer from Madhya Pradesh, had strong arms and a strong back, but weak nights. Every time he woke, he left his bed to walk his fields under the moonlight. His son worried, "Father, you work during the day, but at night you wander. You will fall ill." We asked him to treat the smart sleep glass like a farm ritual. Consistent, careful, done every evening. He agreed. Within 2 weeks, his son called joyfully, "Doctor, my father now sleeps in his bed. He no longer walks the fields at midnight." His nights were restored, and with them, his strength. One of the most touching stories is Auntie Radha, 73, from Ahmedabad. After losing her husband, sleep abandoned her. Loneliness sat beside her each night, and she told me with tears, "Doctor, my nights are long and empty. I do not know how to rest anymore." We guided her to the smart sleep glass, not as a cure, but as an evening ritual of love. Each night she prepared her warm water, stirred with a wooden spoon, then sat with her prayer book. After 3 weeks, she said, "Doctor, I dreamed of my husband for the first time in years. He was smiling. I woke without pain in my heart." For her, the ritual became more than health. It became a gentle bridge back to peace. Mr. Rohan, 68, from Bangalore, was a retired engineer. His brain was always calculating, always solving. At night, instead of resting, he replayed problems and solutions in his head. "Doctor," he joked, "my brain works overtime without pay." We gave him 2 steps, the smart sleep glass at 9 p.m., followed by 10 minutes of deep breathing. At first, he resisted. Engineers prefer proof, not rituals. But after a week, he called with quiet surprise, "Doctor, I don't know why, but I slept, and I woke with fewer thoughts. My brain slowed down." Sometimes, healing does not come from logic, but from simplicity. Mrs. Leela, 70, from Chennai, dreaded looking at her alarm clock. Every night at 3 a.m. she woke and stared at the glowing numbers, counting the hours left until morning. "Doctor, the clock is my enemy," she said. We asked her to place a small thermos with half a smart sleep glass beside her bed. The next time she woke at 3 a.m., she was told to sip slowly, without looking at the time. After 2 weeks, she said, "Doctor, I still wake sometimes, but I sip my glass and fall asleep again. The clock no longer rules me." Finally, let me share the story of Colonel Singh, 76, from Punjab. A man of discipline, he lived by rules. But after retirement, he faced a battle he could not win: restless nights. He tried to fight it with strict schedules, heavy exercise, even herbal powders. But nothing worked. When he began the smart sleep glass, he treated it like a military routine. Same time, same glass. Every night, slowly, his nervous system trusted again. After 3 weeks, he said with pride, "Doctor, I finally sleep like a soldier off duty. My body knows peace again. The lesson behind these stories. These elders are not miracles. They are people just like you. Shopkeepers, teachers, farmers, widows, engineers, grandmothers, soldiers. Each of them struggled, each of them doubted, but each found hope through a simple glass of warm mineral water. The smart sleep glass worked not because it forced the body, but because it restored balance, rebuilt trust, and gave the nervous system the signal it was waiting for. It is safe. You may let go. So, dear elder, if you are listening now, please remember, your body has not forgotten how to sleep. It only needs the right care, the right ritual, the right message. And sometimes, that message can be as simple as one glass, held in your hands, sipped with intention, night after night. Because in the end, sleep is not a struggle to win. It is a friend to welcome back. Dear friend, we have come a long way together in this journey. We have spoken about the struggles of sleepless nights, the hidden causes inside the brain and nervous system, the quiet power of minerals, and the simple ritual of the smart sleep glass. Now, let us pause and reflect on what all of this truly means. Because sleep, you see, is not something you can force. It does not come when we demand it, or when we push harder. Real sleep is born only when the nervous system feels safe, calm, and at peace. That is the secret, and it is in this peace that true healing begins. Sleep as more than rest. So many elders think of sleep as just rest, a break from the day. But in truth, sleep is so much more. It is the body's workshop, where healing happens quietly in the dark. During deep sleep, your brain organizes memories, your heart slows to recover, your immune system strengthens, and your emotions gently reset. Without sleep, life feels heavier. Small problems feel like mountains. Simple tasks drain all your energy, and the heart carries a weight it was never meant to. But with good sleep, you do not just wake refreshed, you wake repaired, ready to live fully again. The gentle signal of the smart sleep glass. And this is where the smart sleep glass plays such a beautiful role. It is not a drug. It does not sedate you or trick your body. Instead, it acts like a biological whisper, a gentle signal that says, "You are safe now. It is time to rest." The minerals inside, magnesium, potassium, zinc, do their work quietly. They restore balance, soothe tension, and rebuild the rhythm your body once knew so well. The ritual itself adds power. The warm glass, the wooden spoon, the slow sips, all of it combines to become a message of safety. And once the nervous system feels safe, sleep follows naturally like rain after clouds. A story of Mr. Thomas. Rediscovering joy. Let me share the story of Mr. Thomas, a 74-year-old retired school principal from Kochi. For years, he had battled sleeplessness. "Doctor," he told me, "I feel like I'm losing pieces of myself every night. My memory is weaker, my heart feels heavy, and I can't enjoy my days." We guided him through the smart sleep glass ritual. At first, he was skeptical. After all, principles like discipline, not experiments. But he agreed. Within 2 weeks, he noticed a difference. "I slept 6 hours straight," he said. "In the morning, I remembered my prayers without hesitation. My heart felt lighter." His family later told me he began laughing more, humming old songs, and even taking short walks with his grandchildren. For Mr. Thomas, sleep was not just recovery, it was the return of joy. You are not broken. Many elders believe that insomnia means something inside them is broken, that age has stolen their ability to sleep. But this is not true. Aging changes the body, yes, but it does not erase its wisdom. Your body still knows how to sleep. It only needs the right support, the right signal, the right care. Think of it like an old radio. The music is still there, waiting in the air. You only need to tune the dial back to the right frequency. The smart sleep glass helps you tune back to that frequency of rest. Auntie Leela, from struggle to surrender. Another story is of Auntie Leela, 70, from Nagpur. For decades, she carried her family's burdens, raising children, caring for her sick husband, managing the household. By the time she reached her 70s, her nights were filled with worry. She would lie awake, heart racing, mind replaying the past. "Doctor," she said, "the more tired I feel, the harder it is to sleep." When she began the ritual, she struggled with consistency. Some nights she skipped, some nights she rushed. But slowly, she made it part of her life. The same cup, the same spoon, the same calm moment every night. After a month, she smiled and said, "Doctor, sleep came back to me not because I chased it, but because I allowed it. I finally surrendered." The message of hope. Dear Elder, what I want you to remember most is this. Sleep is not a battle. It is not something you must conquer or force or win. Sleep is a gift given freely when your body feels safe, and you too can receive that gift again. The smart sleep glass is one way, a gentle, natural way, to remind your body of what it already knows. It is not about doing more, it is about doing less, with care and intention. So tonight, when you prepare your glass, hold it not as medicine, but as a promise that you will care for yourself, that you will allow peace to return, that you will listen to your body's quiet needs. Because sleep is not the end of the day, it is the beginning of healing. And after all the years you have given, all the sacrifices you have made, you truly deserve that healing. Final thought. If there is one message I want you to carry from this journey, it is this. You are not broken. Your body has not forgotten how to rest. It only needs a gentle reminder. So let the smart sleep glass be that reminder. Let it whisper to your nerves, calm your heart, and soften your thoughts. And when you wake in the morning, may you feel not only rested, but renewed. Because, dear friend, sleep is not a fight. It is a gift. And when you honor your body with care, that gift will always find its way back to you.